So I just told my clients that I don't think they should offer on a property. I got a call and a text from my clients yesterday with some interest in a property. They were wanting to get some more information so they could write an offer. I reached out to the listing agent. I found out that they have one offer in hand and that we've got a deadline set for later that evening to send an offer in. And so I called my clients back, let them know we've got a couple hours to think on this and discuss. So I started asking questions, and I could kind of pick up pretty quickly that they liked the house, but they didn't really love the house. And so I reverted back to one of our first initial conversations with these buyers that they're not really in a rush. They want to wait for the right house. But I also know, after asking some questions, that they also said they were a bit fearful of missing on a house that would be about $400,000 only for a 6 month, a year down the road if they couldn't find anything, finding something similar that's the same for $425,000. Understandably, you want to buy a house with a good price before prices go up or increase, but you also got to make sure that it is the proper house for you. And so what I did was I reassured them that what they're looking for, the style of home, the size of home, the locations that they're looking in, those homes are out there. This one isn't the anomaly. This one isn't one home that doesn't pop up very often. So I reassured them, like, I can tell that they didn't love it. I kind of talked to them a little bit about, it's like sometimes buying a house, this is going to sound strange because buying a house, we're talking $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 in some cases. But comparing it to even buying a t-shirt or whatnot, if you go to the store and you try on a t-shirt and you kind of like it, you typically never wear that t-shirt again. If you just kind of like it, it works. If you find one that you absolutely love, I know myself, like this shirt right here, I've got like 4 of the same colored shirts. I put it on, I loved it at the store, wore it around for like a day, and I was like, I got to get some more of these. I loved it. And that's what you want to feel with your house. Like, you purchase your house, you want to be so excited when you move in. You might have some hesitations in some manners, right? If you're going to purchase a large home, if it's your first property, or you're upgrading from one property to the next, you might have some butterflies, some anxiety a little bit. That's normal. But to kind of like a house and try and settle for something, I don't love when my clients try and do that, especially when they're telling me they're not on a time crunch. They have another house that they live in right now that will sell later. But just kind of bring that up. I also, on the other side, there are times where I've got buyers that are looking in a very strict area, location, price, and what they want out of the house. And there are times I'm gonna have that real conversation of, guys, if this is what you're telling me, this is probably as good as it gets. So if this isn't working for you, then we probably need to make some sacrifices on a few things, whether that be bumping up in price if it's possible. If you don't want to do that, that's completely fine. Then we might have to sacrifice maybe the basement being finished, or at all, maybe the garage, maybe the actual location, maybe what your budget and what you need out of the house isn't going to be located where you want for the price. So I'll have those realistic conversations as well, whether it is encouraging you to wait, or even kind of having that real conversation of, this is probably as good as it gets for the price, location, amenities. That's what I'm going to do for my clients every single time. So I wanted to share that story with you. That's what I always try to do for my clients, is I'm going to give you the good, bad, the ugly. There's no point of me sugarcoating anything. And I'm also going to help you navigate when you feel like you might need to make a move, to kind of pump your brakes and say, listen, we just started. Take your time. Let's see some more houses. We don't need to rush in this scenario. So give me a call if you've got any questions on anything like that. I'm always happy to help. So like I said, reach out.